let me continue with the second anchor on the critical thinking, problem solving, and so then. So we are in this category, in this cluster, and whilst the first anchor dealt with making an inventory of points of view, making an inventory of the perceptions. Now we go to the second anchor, which is understanding that perspective, right? So understanding means, I mean, as usual, what's the interest behind, right? Because whether conscious or unconscious, people have an interest, and their perspective, in theory, has to serve the interest, right? Now, the only thing you have when you do this critical analysis, the only thing you have is the perception, right? That what they think about. But the interest is not necessarily explicit. So what I'm asking you, therefore, when you do this first inventory on the perceptions, then the next step, so let's say dig deeper, is to understand what is the interest of that person and how that perspective serves the interest. And if you get to that point of interest, which is obviously not obvious, is not explicit, and might even be for you personally irrational, illogical, it doesn't matter. As I say to my clients, the logic is always, people are logical in their logic, in their system of logic. And it does not need to be logical for you, right? So let me give an example. It might be that you want to buy a very small car, right? Very small, right? The smallest. Now, somebody will say you don't have money to buy a big one. That's the perception. But somebody would say, you live in a very crowded city and you need to have a very small car in order to park. You see what I mean? So that the same understanding or perception comes from very opposite, or even say interest, right? So because of that, once you have the perceptions, when you have the perspectives, then you have to go in the interest. And once you have done the interest, then you are one step closer in your critical analysis.